WFSE, Edinboro. Now time for another live Fighting Scots Sportscast on 88.9 WFSE and the Edinboro Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Maddie G. I am your play-by-play commentator for this volleyball matchup. Thank you for tuning in here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio. Again, my name is Maddie G. I will be your play-by-play commentator for this matchup against Lock Haven University. I'm joined here with Kristen, who is making her debut on sports here on 88.9.
Hello, my name is Kristen, and I am glad to be with you guys today.
All right, Kristen, how excited are you for this matchup? Have you been following the team this season yet?
I honestly have not, so I'm very excited because this is going to be my first game since I've been a Fighting Scots, so I'm excited to see how everything plays out.
All right, so it's not only your debut volleyball game to call or sports broadcast to call, it's your debut volleyball game of the season here at Macomb Fieldhouse.
Yes, it is.
All right, so as they're kicking off, they're doing lineups right now. They're running through the Edinboro lineup. I'll run you through the Edinboro lineup right here on 88.9 WFSE as they do so. Number 1, Tatum Hosey. Number 2, Jessica Giancarlo. Number 3, Jordan Van Off. Number 5, Paige Morris. Number 6, Molly Briere. Number 7, Hannah Bernatar. Number 11, Morgan Sharp. Number 12, Alicia Eldridge. Number 14, Megan Skrekprock. Number 16, Sally Sturkle. Number 17, Sarah Armaheiser. Number 18, Hannah Cantrell. Number 19, Sierra Jackson. And number 20, Abigail Horner. Both teams ready to go here. As we mentioned, we're both very excited for this matchup. This is the first of many games happening here on campus this weekend. Today we've got this game at 6 right now. Kristen and I, as you can hear, are on the call. Tomorrow we've got football at noon. Chris and Luke will be on the call for that one. That is a home game at 4:30. Directly following the football game tomorrow is a home soccer matchup. Chris and Chase will be on the call. Chase making his debut for that game. And then bringing it all home again are the Fighting Scots volleyball team at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, right back here at Macomb Fieldhouse. We also have our men's and women's swimming teams away tonight, I believe, at IUP. And I believe tomorrow morning, cross country is kicking it off at the Rock Invitational. Lots of sports happening, and volleyball is now underway. Serve from Alicia Eldridge on Edinboro's side over to Lock Haven. Molly Briere to Alicia Eldridge to Hannah Cantrell, who's going to give it a hard smack onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it right back to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell with a hit. Lock Haven an attempted block, but couldn't quite make it back over the net. They do in that smack. Hannah Cantrell tipping it over to Lock Haven's side, getting Edinboro the first point of the match. Excuse me, they're going to... Yeah, it's Edinboro's point. 1-0 here in the first set of this volleyball game. Alicia Eldridge up to serve once again for Edinboro. Her serve is going to be short. It's going to be Lock Haven's point here. 1-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Number 23 for Lock Haven, Kristen Nealion to serve. The serve is up and over. Molly Briere to Alicia Eldridge with a set to Sierra Jackson, giving it a strong hit onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven ready for it, sending it back to Edinboro's side. Molly Briere to Alicia Eldridge to Sally Sturkle, who's going to send it over to Lock Haven, then again tip it over to Lock Haven. Lock Haven sending it right back. Alicia Eldridge with the set to Sierra Jackson. Sierra Jackson giving it a strong hit. It's going to go off the hand of Lock Haven and get Edinboro the point. 2-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead for this match. It's going to be Hannah Cantrell up to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over. Lock Haven with a nice dig there. Saving it from the ground, but couldn't get it back over the net. It's going to be Edinboro's point again. 3-1 here in the first set. Hannah Cantrell to serve again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over. Lock Haven with a set and a hit. Edinboro an attempted block, but it's going to go off of their hands, and Lock Haven's going to get that point. 3-2 in this first set at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven to serve now. Serve is up and over. Alicia Eldridge with a set and Sierra Jackson with a hit. Lock Haven attempts to get it up in the air but could not. It's going to be Edinboro's point, 4-2 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Molly Breyer to serve for Edinboro now. Breyer is currently leading in digs for the team with 225 for her season so far before this game. Serve is up and over. A tip from Paige Morris sends it back to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven trying to find it to send it back to Edinboro's side, but it's going to be Edinboro's point, 5-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Molly Breyer again to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven's Lamaro is going to get it up in the air. Try to send it back to Edinboro's side, but a smack from Edinboro is going to send it back to Lock Haven's side. Molly Breyer to Megan Screpstock, who comes flying in, sending it to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it back. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge to Sierra Jackson with a strong hit, getting Edinboro another point. 6-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead in this first set. Molly Breyer is going to be up to serve once again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side with a set and a hit from Lock Haven. Edinboro is going to block it and send it back to Lock Haven's side. Hannah Cantor with a dig to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to set it to Megan Screptock, who's going to send it over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven giving it a strong hit, a little too hard outside of the box on Edinboro's side. It's going to be out on Lock Haven. Edinboro's point, 7-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this first set. Molly Breyer is going to be up to serve once again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over to Lock Haven. Lock Haven going to volley it back over to Edinboro's side. Megan Screptock getting it up in there. Alicia Eldridge with a short set to Paige Morris is going to send it over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it back. Alicia Eldridge with a tip over onto Lock Haven's side in the middle of their court. 8-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. And with that, they're going to take a timeout. So we're going to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio.
Hello, this is Dusty Hill of ZZ Top. According to HUD, over 60,000 American veterans sleep abandoned and forgotten on our nation's streets, where they've been beaten, robbed, even killed. Yet if this happened behind enemy lines, we wouldn't stand for it. Veterans matter. We must take care of our own. Please join our 60,000 soldiers campaign.
Welcome back once again here on 88.9 WFSC. My name is Maddie G. I am your play-by-play commentator for this volleyball matchup against Lock Haven University. I'm joined by Kristen, who is making her debut on a sports broadcast here tonight at this volleyball game. Kristen, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really excited. The girls are playing really hard, and we're taking the game. We're really going out there and really having fun, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Molly Breyer up to serve once again for Edinboro after this timeout. Score is currently 8-2 in the first set. Edinboro in the lead. Breyer serve is up and over to Lock Haven's side with a tip from Lock Haven. He's going to send it right back to Molly Breyer, who's going to give it to Alicia Eldridge with a set. They're going to call a whistle and a point for Lock Haven here at Macomb Fieldhouse. 8-3 is your score. Edinboro still in the lead for the first set. Lock Haven to serve now. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro's side. Megan Screptock sending it to, off the train of thought there. A lot of action happening right there. Paige Morris with the tip and a point for Edinboro. A lot of action happened right there. Megan Screptock sent it to Alicia Eldridge, who quickly set it up for Paige Morris to hit, or reverse, vice versa. Edinboro with that point, 9-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson with the serve for Edinboro. It's going to go up and over and outside the box on Lock Haven's side, excuse me. Kristen, since you have not seen this team in action yet, Sierra Jackson, I'm going to mention it, she backs all the way up for her serve. She does have that strong hit that we've been talking about all season. Lock Haven with the serve up and over Sally Circle, or excuse me, Hannah Brentar. Alicia Eldridge, Megan Steptock is going to give it a strong hit onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven sending it over, but they're going to say it went up in the rafters there a little bit, so they're going to call a whistle on that, and Edinboro is going to get the point. 10-4 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Megan Steptock to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven's going to give it a set and a hit. Try to send it over to Edinboro's side, but the duo of Paige Morris and Alicia Eldridge is going to block it. Lockhaven getting it past two Edinboro defenders and onto the floor of Edinboro's side there. 10-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead in the first set. Shay Whitman, number 5 of Lockhaven, their Labaro, is going to send it over with a serve, and it's going to go outside of Edinboro's bar on the back line. So it's going to be Edinboro's point, 11-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro is going to be up to serve now for Edinboro. 11-5 is your score currently in the first set. Serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven with a hit. It's going to slide backwards. They had to send themselves running a little bit. They get it over to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Sally Circle with a strong hit, getting Edinboro the point. 12-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro once again to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over, a strong serve. I can hear it through my headphones. Lockhaven's going to try and tip it over, but Jessica Giannacaro is going to be there again. A tip from Edinboro. They thought they had the point. Started celebrating a little early, but Lockhaven did get it up in the air, but they're going to call it Edinboro's point because it did hit the ground before they got it back up. 13-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead in this first set. Jessica Giannacaro once again to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over, a set and a hit from Lockhaven. It's going to be Edinboro's point. 14-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro once again to serve for Edinboro. Giannacaro is second in aces for the team before this game with 21 behind Alicia Eldridge, who has 32 currently. Back to the action on the floor. Lockhaven with a strong hit, trying to send it to the ground of Edinboro's side. And it is going to be good. I think they called it a tip off of an Edinboro player's hand as it flew out of the box. 14-6 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Lockhaven to serve. Edinboro still in the lead in this first set. Serve is up and over, right to Megan Steptock, who's going to send it to Alicia Eldridge for a set. Hannah Cancel is giving it a strong hit, sending it to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven gets it back over to Edinboro's side. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to tip it over, but Lockhaven's waiting for it. Sends it back over to Megan Steptock. Alicia Eldridge slowing the ball down a little bit, getting it to Hannah Cancel. Lockhaven diving for the ball, getting the ball up in the air again, but there was nobody in that spot. It's going to be Edinboro's point, 15-6 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead in this first set. Freshman Alicia Eldridge now to serve for Edinboro. Eldridge is leading in both assists and aces. I said once again, she's leading in aces with 32 and an assist with 658 for her freshman season so far. That was before this game. Her serve went over and did get another point for Edinboro. 16-6 here in the first set. Her second serve is up and over. Lockhaven sending it over, but Edinboro letting send it right back to Lockhaven. Megan Steptock to Alicia Eldridge with a set. Two-handed cancel. Lockhaven blocking it. Sending both Alicia Eldridge and Sierra Jackson diving for it. Neither one could make the connection, so it is going to be Lockhaven's point. 16-7 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Lockhaven's serve is up and over. Megan Steptock with a dig to a set from Alicia Eldridge. Sierra Jackson giving it. I think she was trying to tip it, but her hit was a little too light there, which is unusual for Sierra Jackson. Didn't quite go over the net. It's going to be Lockhaven's point, 16-8 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead in this first set. Lockhaven with a serve, sending Alicia Eldridge diving across Edinboro's floor. Going to be a Lockhaven's point once again. 16-9 here at McComb Fieldhouse in this first set. Lockhaven to serve once again. Serve is up and over right to Megan Steptock, who sends it to Alicia Eldridge, who sends it to Sierra Jackson, giving a strong hit onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven sending it back over. Sierra Jackson going to hit it and send it to Kylie Circle, who's going to try to tip it over. Lockhaven trying to send it back over to Edinboro side. It's going to go in between an Edinboro player in the net and Lockhaven's point. 16-10 here in the first set. Lockhaven with the serve, but they're going to call a quick timeout here, so we're going to go on a timeout with them. Stay tuned. We'll be right back in 30 seconds here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio.
Hi, this is Kid Rock. Thousands of veterans are homeless and living on the streets of our nation tonight. Streets where they're being beaten, robbed, even killed. Let's take care of our own. Please join me in housing 1,000 veterans as fast as possible. Make a pledge to veteransmatter.org. Text VETS to 41444 and pledge any amount. Text VETS to 41444. Veterans Matter.
Welcome back. We are here at Macomb Fieldhouse for the women's volleyball matchup against Lockhaven University. Lockhaven is up to serve currently. 16-10 is your score in the first set of this match. Lockhaven service up and over. Megan Skreptok with a dig to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to send it to Hannah Cantrell with a hit to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven sending it back to Edinboro's side, but it's going to go over the back line, and it's going to be Edinboro's point. 17-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Hannah Cantrell for Edinboro to serve now. Her serve is up and over, and it's going to be Edinboro's point. 18-10 here in the first set. Cantrell's second serve is up and over to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven sending it back over to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge sliding for it. Sierra Jackson and Hannah Cantrell get it back over to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven back over to Edinboro's side. Sierra Jackson with a strong hit into the net. It's going to be Lockhaven's point there. 18-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the first set. Lockhaven is going to be up to serve now. Number 13 for Lockhaven, Katie Eustace to serve. She's a senior out of Clarion. Edinboro using their teamwork to get it back over onto the floor of Lockhaven's side there. 19-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. It's going to be Molly Breyer up to serve for Edinboro. Breyer serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side. With a set and a hit from Lockhaven, it's going to be out on the court on the side of Edinboro's box, so it's going to be 20-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro leading in this first set. Molly Breyer to serve once again for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over to Lockhaven's side. With a set and a tip from Lockhaven's going to go off of Molly Breyer's hands to Hannah Cantrell. Megan Skreptok's going to send it back over to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven scrambling a little bit to get it back over to Edinboro's side. They do. Alicia Eldridge is going to give it a set. They're going to call that Lockhaven's point. 20-12, here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this first set. Lockhaven to serve now. Serve is up and over right to Megan Skreptok. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Sierra Jackson with a strong hit to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven ready for it. Sierra Jackson to Alicia Eldridge. To Hannah Cantrell, who's going to send it over to Lockhaven's side. Sending it back over to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge with a set to Sierra Jackson, who's going to give it a strong hit to Lockhaven's side, but it's going to go over the back of the line. 20-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this first set. Edinboro still leading. Lockhaven with the serve. Up and over to Edinboro's side. Megan Skreptok to Alicia Eldridge with a set. Back to Megan Skreptok with a hit to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven saving it. Sending it back to Edinboro's side. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge. Megan Skreptok giving a strong hit to get it back to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven again sending it back over. Alicia Eldridge to Molly Breyer. Molly Breyer slowing it down as she sends it over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it into Edinboro's hands and out of bounds. Lock Haven with the point there, 20-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead in this first set. Lock Haven's serve is going to be short, and Edinboro's point, 21-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. It's going to be Sierra Jackson up to serve now for Edinboro. Sierra Jackson's currently, or before the game, leading in kills for this team, 242. She's also third in blocks with 25. Back to gameplay. Lock Haven with a hit, sending it right to the floor of Edinboro's side, 21-15 here in the first set. Edinboro still in the lead. It's going to be Lock Haven's serve now. Lock Haven's number 16, Gabrielle Stick, with the serve, but it's going to be short. It's going to be Edinboro's point, 22-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this first set. Senior Megan Skreftok to serve for Edinboro now. Her serve is up and over. It's going to go off of Lock Haven's hands and out of bounds. 23-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead for this first set. Skreftok up to serve again, once again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over to Lock Haven, the middle of Lock Haven's floor. Lock Haven's Labaro sending it to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell gives it a strong hit again to the center of Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it back to Hannah Cantrell. Alicia Eldridge gets a hand on it and sends it to Hannah Cantrell, who's going to send it to the back of the box of Lock Haven's side and gets a point. It's going to be match point here, 24-15. Edinboro in the lead here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Skreftok's serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side with a set and a hit from Lock Haven. Hannah Brentar getting a hand on it to Paige Morris. Hannah Cantrell is getting it with a strong hit. It's going to go outside of the back of the box on Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven with that point, 24-16. Edinboro still in the lead here in the first set at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven's Labaro up to serve now. Shea Whitman, her serve is going to be up and over. Megan Skreftok to Alicia Eldridge. Hannah Cantrell, who's giving it a strong hit onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven ready for it, turning it back to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge with a set, and Paige Morris with a strong hit sends Lock Haven's Labaro diving. She gets it back over Eldridge to Morris again. It's going to be Edinboro's point, 25-16. And the end of the first set here at Macomb Fieldhouse with your final score 25-16. They're going to switch sides, and they're going to take a couple-minute break, but we're going to go and take a 1-minute break here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio.
Hi, I'm Lana Clausen, a farmer in Setanta, Kansas. The agriculture industry has come a long way. Advancements in science and technology have transformed the sector, creating new job opportunities and a demand for highly skilled workers. I am proud to support the next generation of ag leaders through the America's Farmers Grow Ag Leaders program sponsored by the Monsanto Fund. Each year, farmers can help local students by endorsing them for a $1,500 Grow Ag Leader scholarship. The scholarship allows students to pursue their dreams of studying an agriculture-related field. Each year, the program provides more than $500,000 to students enrolling in trade schools and at 2- and 4-year colleges and universities. A variety of fields are eligible, including farming, education, agronomy, engineering, mathematics, data science, communications, and many more. I encourage high school seniors and college students to apply today by visiting growagleaders.com. FFA member.
For those who think, those who create, those who have big ideas, like really, really big, some would call them crazy ideas. For those who have been told no, no chance, and not you. Those who never miss practice, even at 6 a.m. Those who break a sweat, break hearts, and break records. For those who work harder, smarter, faster, there's Edinboro University. For those who strive. Start now at edinboro.edu.
Friday night.
It sure does. It goes from 6 until 8 o'clock at night.
All right. And as I mentioned before, this is just the first of many games and sports and all things athletics happening this weekend. Make sure you're following our Twitter at Edinboro now, and the WFSC Twitter at 889WFSC to make sure you're all caught up on what's going on and all the action that we're bringing you. I know we've got swimming tonight and this game tonight, this volleyball matchup. Tomorrow, cross country's kicking it off. We will not be covering that, but it probably will get a write-up in the Spectator, so make sure you catch a copy of that on Thursday. And tomorrow we've got football at noon. Chris and Luke will be on the call. We've got soccer following immediately after at Sox Harrison. Chase and Chris will be on the call for that one. And then wrapping up the very athletic weekend, very sport-filled weekend, will be this women's volleyball team once again here tomorrow at Macomb Fieldhouse at 7 p.m. Very, very filled weekend. And all of the athletics, football, soccer, volleyball, all happening here. So if you are on campus and are able to be out there and support your teams. I know we've got a lot of students in the crowd tonight. And personally, I always love to see that. That's one of my favorite things about calling sports at Edinboro is seeing everybody come out. I know we've got some athletes out there as well. I see some of the soccer team, some of the lacrosse team, and then basketball team, and former basketball player for the men's team, Jamin Mason, is out there. I know I talked to him tonight. A nice large crowd out here tonight. So make sure you're tuned in for all the sport action happening here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio this weekend. Back to volleyball action here. Lock Haven to serve now, number 12. Veronica Morrison, her serve is up and over. Sierra Jackson sending a strong hit to Lock Haven's side. Sally Sturkle getting a hand on it and sending it back to Lock Haven's side as they pushed it back to Edinboro. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge. Sally Sturkle is going to get a point for Edinboro, the first point of this set. 1-0 is your score in this second set. Hannah Cantrell to serve now for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over with a set and a hit from Lock Haven. It's going to go out of the back of Edinboro's box, and it beat Edinboro's point 2-0 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Hannah Cantrell to serve once again. Serve is up and over. Lock Haven with the hit back to Edinboro's side, falling right to the middle of their floor, getting the point 2-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this second set. Lock Haven to serve now. Number 23, Kristen Nealon. Her serve is up and over onto Edinboro's side. Megan Skreptok to Alicia Eldridge. Tip from Sierra Jackson sent it right by the foot of Lock Haven's Labaro, getting Edinboro the point 3-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Molly Breyer to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven's Labaro got a hand on it, but there was no connection made to get it back over the net. So it's going to be Edinboro's point 4-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the second set. Edinboro in the lead. Molly Breyer again to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side with a dig and a set and a hit from Lock Haven. Alicia Eldridge diving to save that one to Molly Breyer. To Sierra Jackson is going to give it a strong hit, but Lock Haven's ready for it, sending it back to Edinboro. Skreptok getting a hand on it to Alicia Eldridge to Sierra Jackson, sending it back to Lock Haven's side, who sends it back to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge setting it up for Paige Morris to get a hit and a point for Edinboro. 5-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this second set. Molly Breyer to serve once again for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven, a couple digs there, two and a hit onto Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to send it to Megan Skreptok, who's going to send it with a strong hit to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven with a hit back to Edinboro. Hannah Cantrell getting it to Alicia Eldridge to Sierra Jackson with a strong hit back to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven, there's going to be a whistle. And it's going to be Edinboro's point 6-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the second set. Molly Breyer to serve once again for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven ready for it. trying to tip it over to Edinboro side, but it tipped very slowly. Megan Skreptok got it to Alicia Eldridge and got it to Sierra Jackson and got it over the net. Lockhaven got it over to Edinboro side and on the ground, getting themselves a point. 6-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the second set. Lockhaven's up to serve now. Going to be number 8, Brianna McDonald, the junior out of Nazareth, PA. Her serve's up and over onto Edinboro side. Breyer to Eldridge, who's going to give it a quick tip to Lockhaven's side and on the ground for another point for Edinboro. 7-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson now to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven with a set and a strong hit. And it bounces off the ground on Edinboro's side, getting them the point. 7-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. They're going to do a little bit of substitution here, bringing in Hannah Brentar for Sierra Jackson. Right now on Edinboro's floor, we've got Paige Morris, Alicia Eldridge, Megan Skreptok, Hannah Cantrell, Molly Breyer, and Hannah Brentar. Lockhaven service up and over. Breyer digging for it to Eldridge, who's going to give it a set to Megan Skreptok, who's going to give it a strong hit. It's going to go off of Lockhaven's hands, and a point for Edinboro. 8-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. In the second set, Edinboro in the lead with 8-3. Megan Skreptok to serve. Her serve is up and over on to Lockhaven's side, but it's going to be a little left of the line there and out of bounds on Edinboro, so it's going to be Lockhaven's point. 8-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lockhaven to serve now.
No, don't do that.
Lockhaven serve is up and over off of Edinboro's hand, sending Megan Skreptok running into the wall. Not into the wall, but to the wall. It's going to be Lockhaven's point, though. 8-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Gabrielle Stick of Lockhaven to serve again. Sends it right to Megan Skreptok. Alicia Eldridge giving it a strong hit. Stick on Lockhaven's side tries to save it with a hit, but it's going to go off of her hands and out of bounds. 9-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead in the second set. Jessica Giannacarlo coming in now for Paige Morris on Edinboro's side. Giannacarlo is going to be up to serve. Giannacarlo is second in aces, 20 with 21 before this game. Her serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side, off of Lockhaven's hands into the basketball hoop that is brought up. It's what is that word I'm looking for?
It's suspended above them.
It's suspended up. It's going to be Edinboro's point, though, 10-4. Jessica Giannacarlo again with the serve, sending it to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven hitting it out of bounds. It's going to be Edinboro's point again. 11-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Giannacarlo's serve is short. It's going to be Lockhaven's point. 11-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lockhaven's Labaro to serve now. Up and over Megan Skreptok to Alicia Eldridge. Edinboro sending with a strong hit to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven slowing it down a little bit. Onto Edinboro's side. There looks like it could be a little bit of miscommunication there. And it's going to be Lockhaven's point. 11-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lockhaven's Labaro again up to serve. Shea Whitman. Up and over Megan Skreptok to Alicia Eldridge. Sally Circle going to give it a strong hit to Lockhaven's side, but they're ready for it. Sending a tip to Edinboro's side. Breyer to Eldridge. Back to Breyer, who's going to send it over. Trying to slow it down a little bit. Lockhaven sending it over. Breyer with a hit. Eldridge with a set to Cantrell, who's going to give it a very, very strong hit onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven's going to send it back. Alicia Eldridge trying to tip it over, but it doesn't make it all the way over, and it's going to land on the Edinboro's side, the side of Edinboro's floor. 11-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the second set. Edinboro in the lead. Lockhaven serve is up and over. Megan Skreptok to Alicia Eldridge to Hannah Cantrell. A block from Lockhaven. A set from Eldridge to a tip from Hannah Cantrell. It's going to be a whistle, though, and Lockhaven's points, 11-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the second set. They're going to take a 1-minute timeout, but we're going to take a 30-second timeout here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio.
The Edinboro Sports Network provides live coverage of Fighting Scots sports on the campus radio station at 88.9 WFSC, streaming live at edinboronow.com, and available on mobile devices via TuneIn Radio and Nobex Radio. This game broadcast is supported in part by John's Wildwood Pizzeria, open daily at 105 Erie Street in Edinboro. For eat-in, delivery, or takeout, John's menu includes pizza, hoagies, wings, salads, and more. Information is at 814-734-7355 or on the web at johnswildwoodpizza.com.
Hello and welcome back. We are here at Macomb Fieldhouse. My name is Maddie G. I am your play-by-play commentator for this matchup against Lock Haven University, this women's volleyball matchup against Lock Haven University. I should mention that. I'm joined by the incredible Kristen, who is making her debut on a sports broadcast. Right now we've got Alicia Eldridge, Sally Sturkle, Hannah Cantrell, Megan Skreptok, Hannah Brentar, and Molly Breyer on Edinboro's court. Serve from Lock Haven's up and over to Breyer to Eldridge, and a tip from Cantrell gets Edinboro point coming back from the timeout. 12-8. Edinboro in the lead in the second set. Alicia Eldridge to serve now for Edinboro, the freshman. I mentioned again before this game, Eldridge had 658 assists for her freshman year so far. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it back over. Eldridge to Gina Caro to Cantrell. Edinboro sending it back over to Lock Haven's side there. There was a little bit of action. I got a little distracted. But Edinboro sending it back over to Lock Haven and getting the point. 13-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Eldridge to serve once again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side, sending Lock Haven diving for it. Lock Haven's going to get a hand on it and send it to Edinboro's side. But a little bit of miscommunication there. Had it on Edinboro's floor. 13-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead in this second set. Lock Haven to serve now. Serve is up and over. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to set it up. And Hannah Cantrell's going to take a strong hit. It's going to go off of Lock Haven's hands and out of bounds, getting Edinboro a point. 14-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Hannah Cantrell to serve now. Serve is up and over. Lock Haven's Labaro getting a hand on it, sending it back to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell to Alicia Eldridge. A strong hit from Sally Sturkle, sending it to the floor of Lock Haven's side. 15-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead for the second set. That was kind of like a fake out there. They had both Sierra Jackson and Sally Sturkle go up. You couldn't really tell who was going to hit it. Serve is up and over. And it's going to be Edinboro's point here. 16-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. They're going to take a 1-minute timeout, but we're going to take a 30-second timeout here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio.
So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots in action on the Edinboro Sports Network, on the radio 88.9 WFSC, and online at edinboronow.com. Video of many home games is also featured on ETV. This game broadcast is underwritten in part by the Edinboro Hotel Bar, serving a variety of lunch and dinner items every day from their location on Meadville Street in downtown Edinboro. Information is at 814-734-5103 or online at edinborohotelbar.com.
For those who think, those who create, those who have big ideas, like really big, some would call them crazy ideas. For those who have been told no chance, and not you. Those who never miss practice, even at 6 a.m. Those who break a sweat, break hearts, and break records. For those who work harder, smarter, faster, there's Edinboro University. For those who strive. Start now at edinboro.edu.
Onto Lock Haven's side with a dig and a set and a hit from Lock Haven. It sends it to Edinboro's side. Jessica Gino flying to the floor for that. She couldn't quite get it up in the air just quite enough for somebody else to get a hand on it. 16-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead of the second set, and Lock Haven to serve now. Serve is up and over. Megan Skrepchuk getting a hand on it. Molly Breyer slowing it down. Alicia Eldridge, as she kind of slows it down a little more to send it over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven's going to give it a strong hit right out of the back of the box on Edinboro's side, and it's going to be Edinboro's point, 17-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Molly Breyer to serve now for Edinboro. A little bit of substitution. We've got Paige Morris, Sierra Jackson, Megan Skrepchuk, Alicia Eldridge, Hannah Cantrell, and Molly Breyer on Edinboro's side. Serve is up and over. Lock Haven sending it back to Edinboro's side. Paige Morris giving a tip and getting Edinboro another point. 18-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Molly Breyer again to serve for Edinboro in this second set. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven setting it and getting it a strong hit right to Sierra Jackson. Alicia Eldridge running to kind of get control of the ball. Sierra Jackson sending it over to Lock Haven's side. There's going to be a whistle, and it's going to be Edinboro's point. 19-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Molly Breyer is going to be up to serve. Her serve is up and over to Lock Haven's side with a dig and a set and a hit from Lock Haven, but it's going to be a strong block from the duo of Paige Morris and Sierra Jackson. Sends it back to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven slowing it down and send it over to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell sends it back to Lock Haven's side. A tip from Lock Haven. And a tip from Lock Haven sends it over. Excuse me. I had to collect myself a little bit. Excuse me. A tip from Lock Haven sent it to Edinboro's side. Molly Breyer hitting the deck for it, getting it up in the air. But Edinboro kind of scrambles a little bit to get it back over the net. It's going to be Lock Haven's point, 19-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven with a serve. And there's going to be a little bit of a conversation here between the line judges as the ball went over the net and out of bounds, then bounced up and hit Megan Skrepchuk. They wanted to call it as, they originally called it as Lock Haven's point, but it is going to be Edinboro's point. 20-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson to serve for Edinboro now. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven scrambling and getting it back over to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge setting up Paige Morris to get a hit there. 21-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson to serve now. Up and over with a set and a hit from Lock Haven. Sends it over to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell to Alicia Eldridge to Megan Skrepchuk, who gives it a strong hit and gets Edinboro the point in the second set. 22-11. Sierra Jackson again to serve. Her serve is up and over, right to the Lombardo of Lock Haven's side with a set and a hit to Edinboro. A block from Edinboro sends it back to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell diving for it, but couldn't get it up in the air. It's going to be, Lock Haven's point, 22-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven to serve now. Serve is up and over to Molly Breyer. To Alicia Eldridge to Paige Morris. He's going to give it a strong hit, but it's going to go out of bounds and be Lock Haven's point. 22-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the second set. Lock Haven's serve is up and over. Megan Skrepchuk to Alicia Eldridge with a set, and back to Megan Skrepchuk, who's going to tip it over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven's ready for it, sends it back to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge with a set, and Megan Skrepchuk with a strong hit, sending it to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven again sending it back to Edinboro's side and onto the floor. 22-14 here in the second set of this match. Lock Haven's serve is up and over. Megan Skrepchuk to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to set it. And Megan Skruptak's going to hit it again. Lockhaven with a block, sends it back to Edinboro's side very quickly. Edinboro sending it back to Lockhaven's side, and Lockhaven trying to get a point, but Edinboro's going to block it and get the point instead. 23-14 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Megan Skruptak to serve now for Edinboro. Serve is up and over. And they're going to set and a hit from Lockhaven, but a block from Paige Morris and Alicia Eldridge. The duo gets Edinboro to match point here, 24-14 in the second set. Megan Skruptak once again to serve. Serve is up and over with a set and a tip. A strong tip from Lockhaven. Sends it over to Edinboro side. Hannah Brentar to Alicia Eldridge, sending it back over to Lockhaven side. Lockhaven sending it back to Edinboro. Megan Skruptak sending it over to Lockhaven with a set and a tip from Lockhaven. Edinboro gets it back up in the air, tries to slow it down a little bit. Hannah Cantrell sends it back to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven tries to send it back to Edinboro's side, but it's going to hit the net and get Edinboro the point. 25-14 is the final score of that set here at McComb Fieldhouse. They're going to take a 3-minute break, but we're going to take a 1-minute break here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio.
So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots in action on the Edinboro Sports Network. On the radio at 88.9 WFSC and online at edinboronow.com. Video of many home games is also featured on ETV. This game broadcast is underwritten in part by Bonnell's Auto Group, featuring collision services and auto sales in Erie and Fairview and auto glass replacement and repair along with full rod shop services and restoration in Fairview. Information on each service can be found on the web at bonnellsauto.com.
Hi, this is Stevie Nicks. There are thousands of homeless veterans on the streets of our nation tonight. They are waiting for housing they are already approved for but need the rental deposit to get into their home. Join veteransmatter.org and help house 1,000 veterans as quickly as possible. Text VETS to 41444 and pledge any amount.
For those who think, those who create, those who have big ideas, like really, really big, some would call them crazy ideas. For those who have been told no, no chance, and not you. Those who never miss practice, even at 6 a.m. Those who break a sweat, break hearts, and break records. For those who work harder, smarter, faster. There's Edinboro University. For those who strive. Start now at edinboro.edu.
Girls are going real strong, and both teams are putting up as much fight as they can.
Absolutely, I totally agree. It has been a quick couple of sets here at McComb Fieldhouse. It's just been a fast-paced game all around. We're not even an hour in, and we're almost about to start our third set here at McComb Fieldhouse. It's been a very, very fast-paced game. I'll mention again, tomorrow the athletics continue here on 88.9 specifically. We will be broadcasting the football game at 12. Chris and Luke will be on the call immediately after. The soccer team will be playing at Scots Harrison. Chase and Chris will be on the call for that one. And then after that, we'll bring it all back here at 7 for another matchup for the women's volleyball team. Both teams looking ready to go for the third set.
Here's hoping the game tomorrow will be as good as it is today.
I did mention to Kristen, I had to remind her on a break, and I always like to mention it in Division II collegiate volleyball. We played best of 5. So if Edinboro were to win this match, the game would be over, or the game would be over. And then if Lockhaven were to win, we'd go into a 4th set and possibly even a 5th. So it is best of 5, so whichever team takes 3 sets first. It's going to be, looks like Sally Sturkle, Morgan Sharp, Hannah Cantrell, Molly Breyer, Megan Skruptak, and Alicia Eldridge out on the court for Edinboro to start this third set. Edinboro is going to be to serve first.
And it looks like it's going to be Alicia Eldridge.
Eldridge's serve is up and over on Lock Haven's side. The Lombardo of Lock Haven getting a hand on it. A set and a strong hit from Lock Haven sends it to Edinboro side. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge to Morgan Sharp, who's going to send it into the net on Edinboro side. Lock Haven to get the first point of this set. Lock Haven to serve now. Up and over to Hannah Cantrell to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to set it to Sally Sturkle. Sally Sturkle getting a hand on it and getting the point for Edinboro. 1-1 here in the third set. Hannah Cantrell to serve for Edinboro now in this third set. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven with a set and a hit. Sends it right to Molly Breyer. Alicia Eldridge with a set. And Megan Skrepchuk with a strong hit. It's going to go up and over Lock Haven's court and onto the ground. It's going to be Lock Haven's point, 2-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Lock Haven to serve now. Service up and over Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge, who's going to set it to Sally Sturkle, but they're going to call it Lock Haven's point right there. 3-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Lock Haven again to serve. It's going to be number 8, Brianna McDonald. Serve is up and over Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge with a set to Megan Skrepchuk, who's giving it a hit. It's going to go out of bounds and be Lock Haven's point, 4-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Lock Haven again to serve. Serve is up and over right to Megan Skrepchuk. Alicia Eldridge with a set to Megan Skrepchuk, who sends it to the ground of Lock Haven's side. And a tip from Edinboro is going to get them the point, 4-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Molly Breyer to serve now for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side with a set and a hit. Strong hit from Lock Haven, says Hannah Cantrell to Hannah Cantrell. Megan Skrepchuk gets a hand on it. It's going to go off of Lock Haven's hands and be Edinboro's point as it goes out of bounds. 4-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Molly Breyer again to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven scrambling to get it with a set and a tip. They send it to the middle of Edinboro's court and get the point, 3-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven to serve once again. Number 6, Cassidy Hoover. Serve is up and over to Megan Skrepchuk, who's going to get it back and get a point for Edinboro. 5-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Morgan Sharp to serve now, as lots of cheering from the Edinboro side. 5-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set as Morgan Sharp takes her serve. Serve is up and over with a set and a hit from Lock Haven, but a block from Edinboro sends it back to Lock Haven's side. A little bit of miscommunication, and it hits the floor. 5-5 tied here in the third set. Morgan Sharp again to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. A set and a tip from Lock Haven, but Edinboro is going to get it. Lock Haven's going to be ready for it to come back, though. Sending it back to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Paige Morris with a hit onto the floor of Lock Haven's side. 6-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the third set. Morgan Sharp again to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. A little bit of action there in the middle. Edinboro is going to send it back to Lock Haven's side and on the ground. 6-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Some substitutions here. Looks like on the Edinboro court we'll have Molly Breyer, Hannah Cantrell, Megan Skrepchuk, Hannah Brentar, Alicia Eldridge, and Paige Morris. Lock Haven with the serve now. Up and very close to the line, but they're going to call it in. 7-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven again with the serve. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro side, right to Molly Breyer. Alicia Eldridge with a set to Megan Skreptok, giving a strong hit. Lock Haven with a block. Alicia Eldridge getting a tip, but it's going to go out of bounds just a little bit. It's going to be Lock Haven's point, 8-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Paige Wolf of Lock Haven to serve once again. Serve is up and over, and it's going to be over the line on Edinboro's side, and Edinboro's point, 8-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven in the lead in the third set. Megan Skreptok to serve for Edinboro now. But they're going to take a quick timeout before that happens here at Macomb Fieldhouse. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout with them here on 88.9 WFSE, Fighting Scots Radio.
The Edinboro Sports Network provides live coverage of Fighting Scots sports on the campus radio station at 88.9 WFSC, streaming live at edinboronow.com, and available on mobile devices via TuneIn Radio and Nobex Radio. This game broadcast is supported in part by John's Wildwood Pizzeria, open daily at 105 Erie Street in Edinboro. For eat-in, delivery, or takeout, John's menu includes pizza, hoagies, wings, salads, and more. Information is at 814-734-7355 or on the web at johnswildwoodpizza.com.
Play-by-play commentator for this matchup against Lock Haven University. I'm joined by Kristen here, making her debut on sports for WFSC. Both teams looking ready to start up the remainder of this third set. Score currently is 8-7. Lock Haven in the lead. Megan Skreptok with a serve. It's going to be out of bounds, and Lock Haven's point, 9-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven in the lead in this third set. Lock Haven's serve is up and over right to Molly Breyer. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Two-handed Cantor is going to give it a hit, but it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Lock Haven's point, 10-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven's Labaro to serve. Serve is up and over right to Molly Breyer. A little bit of miscommunication there, and it goes into the net on Edinboro's side. 11-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the third set. Again, Lock Haven's Labaro to serve. Up and over, Hannah Brentar getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge to Hannah Cantor was going to give it a strong hit. Lock Haven sending it back to Edinboro's side. Edinboro getting it back over to Lock Haven's side. Hannah Brentar with a set to Alicia Eldridge. Hannah Cantrell getting a hand on it and sending it over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it back to Edinboro's side. A set from Eldridge and a tip from Morris sends Lock Haven scrambling, but they get a hand on it and send it back over to Edinboro's side. Edinboro scrambling as Megan Skreptok hits the ball. She hits the floor, sending Hannah Brentar running, but they couldn't quite make the connection there to get it back over the net. Got to be Lock Haven's point, 12-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Serve is up and over. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Hannah Cantrell with a hit to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven making the connection, sending it back to Edinboro's side. Molly Breyer sending it right back to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it right back. Hannah Cantrell sending it over with a hit to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending it right back. Hannah Brentar getting hand on it, sending to Alicia Eldridge. Lock Haven again sending it over to Edinboro's side, but it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Edinboro's point. 12-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Lock Haven in the lead. Jessica Giannacaro for Edinboro is going to be up to serve. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. With a set and a hit from Lock Haven, Alicia Eldridge is ready for it. Jessica Giannacaro getting a hand on it, sending it to Hannah Cantrell. It's going to go off of Lock Haven's hands and out of bounds. 12-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro again to serve for Edinboro. It's going to be up and out of bounds. And Lock Haven's point 13-9 here in the third set. Lock Haven's serve is up and over. Hannah Brentar getting a hand on it to Alicia Eldridge. Sally Circle sending a strong tip over to Lock Haven's side, getting a point 13-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the third set. It's going to be Alicia Aldridge to serve for Edinboro now. Aldridge's serve is up and over on the Lock Haven side. Lock Haven getting it up there, but not over the net there. 13-11 now here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven still in the lead in the third set. Alicia Aldridge for Edinboro to serve now. Serve is up and over on the Lock Haven side. Lock Haven with a set and a strong hit right to Megan Scraptalk. Alicia Aldridge coming in. Gets it to Hannah Cantor, gets a strong, hard hit on it. It's going to bounce off the floor and repel up into the bleachers there a little bit. 13-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Alicia Eldridge again to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven with a set and a hit sends Jessica Giancarlo running. But it is going to be Lock Haven's point. 14-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven's going to be up to serve in this third set now. Number 23, Kristen Neelian. Serve is up and over right to Megan Scraptalk. Alicia Eldridge getting a hand on it. Right back to Scraptalk, who's going to give it a strong hit, but it's going to go into the net of Edinboro's side. 15-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the third set. Lock Haven again to serve. Lock Haven serve is up and over right to Hannah Cantrell. Alicia Eldridge getting a set, and Sally Sturkle sending it over. Sturkle setting it, Alicia Eldridge setting it, and Sturkle getting a strong hit. It's going to go off of Lock Haven's hands and out of bounds. 15-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Hannah Cantrell for Edinboro to serve. Cantrell serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven slowing it down a little bit. Giving it a strong hit. Jessica Giancarlo getting a hand on it. Cantrell. Scraptalk sending it over to Lock Haven's side with a set and a strong hit. Edinboro keeps it off the ground and sends it back to Lock Haven's side with a set and a strong hit again. They do this time hit Edinboro's floor, getting them the point. 16-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Lock Haven to serve now. A little bit of substitution for Lock Haven there with a serve up and over right to Breyer. Alicia Eldridge getting a hand on it. Sally Sturkle hitting it very strong onto the Lock Haven side, Lock Haven sending it back. Alicia Eldridge setting up Sally Sturkle, who missed it just by a little bit of an inch. It's going to be Lock Haven's point, 17-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven again to serve in this third set. Right after they come back from timeout, we're going to take a 30-second timeout with them here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio.
It's all Fighting Scots on Edinboro Sports Network, including 88.9 WFSC and EdinboroNow.com. ETV, the campus television station, also features many of the home contests. This game broadcast is provided in part by support from John's Wildwood Pizzeria, open every day at 105 Erie Street in downtown Edinboro. For eat-in, delivery, or takeout, John's menu includes pizza, hoagies, calzones, wings, salads, and more. Information is at 814-734-7355 or on the web at johnswildwoodpizza.com.
Live Fighting Scots Sports from the Edinboro Sports Network on 88.9 WFSE, Edinboro.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this matchup against Lock Haven University in this volleyball matchup, I should say. Coming back from a timeout, Lock Haven is leading in this third set, 17-13. They're ready to serve here in Macomb Fieldhouse. Serve is up and over right to Molly Breyer of Edinboro. Alicia Aldridge with a set to Sierra Jackson, getting a strong hit onto the Lock Haven side. Lock Haven ready for it. Molly Breyer getting a hand on it, but then it's going to go out of bounds. 13-18. Lock Haven in the lead in this third set. Edinboro currently has 2 sets under their belt. Lock Haven serve is up and over. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge with a set to Megan Scraptalk, is giving it a strong hit to Lock Haven side. Lock Haven sending it back to Edinboro side. Molly Breyer to Alicia Eldridge to Megan Skreptok. Megan Skreptok sending it over to Lock Haven side once again. Up and over to Edinboro side. Molly Breyer getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge as well. Sends it back to Megan Skreptok, who's going to send it over to Lock Haven side. Lock Haven trying to send it to Edinboro side. Edinboro tries to block it, but goes through the hands. It's going to be Lock Haven's point, 19-13 in this third set. Lock Haven again to serve here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Serve is up and over. It's going to go over the back line of Edinboro's box. There looks to be like there's going to be some substitution here, if I can catch my words. 19-14 here in the third set. Lock Haven in the lead still. Molly Breyer for Edinboro to serve. Right now on Edinboro's court, we got Molly Breyer, Hannah Cantrell, Alicia Eldridge, Megan Skreptok, Paige Morris, and Sierra Jackson. Serve is up and over. Lock Haven sending it to Edinboro's side. It slips in between Sierra Jackson's hands and the net and hits the floor. It's going to be 20-14. Lock Haven in the lead now. Lock Haven serve. Cassidy Hoover for Lock Haven, is going to serve now. Service up and over, right to Megan Skreptok. Alicia Eldridge with a set, and Paige Morris with a tip, but Lock Haven's going to get a hand on it as well. It's going to go to the floor of Edinboro's side, 21-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Cassidy Hoover of Lock Haven again to serve. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro's side. Megan Skreptok with a set from Alicia Eldridge and a hit from Sierra Jackson. Lock Haven sends it back to Edinboro's side very quickly. Megan Skreptok getting a hand on and sends it over to Edinboro's side. It's going to be Edinboro's point there, 21-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse now in this third set. Sierra Jackson up to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side with a set and a hit from it. Lock Haven sends it to Molly Breyer on Edinboro's side to Alicia Eldridge. Megan Skreptok getting a strong hit through at Lock Haven's blockers and onto the floor. 21-16 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the third set. Sierra Jackson once again to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven ready for it. Sending it back to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge getting it into the air. Sierra Jackson slowing it down a little bit. Sends it to Megan Skreptok. Skreptok sends it over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven quickly sends it back over. Alicia Eldridge to Molly Breyer. Sends it to Megan Skreptok, who's going to get a hit over to Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven again sending it to Edinboro's side, but it's going to go to the right a little bit and out of bounds. 21-17. Edinboro once again to serve Sierra Jackson. Serve is up and over. Lock Haven getting a set and a hit, but a strong block from Edinboro, sending it right to the ground of Lock Haven's floor. 21-18. Lock Haven still in the lead in this third set. Edinboro up to serve once again. Sierra Jackson. Up and over. The serve goes onto Lock Haven's side. Lock Haven sending themselves scrambling. Couldn't get the ball back over the net. It's going to be Edinboro's point once again. 21-19 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven in the lead, for this third set. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout with them right here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio.
Proud to serve the Edinboro campus, community, and alumni around the world. We're 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio, continuing a legacy of great college radio with the support of our underwriters, including the Edinboro Hotel Bar at 100 Meadville Street in downtown Edinboro, providing a variety of lunch and dinner items every day. Details are available at 814-734-5103 or online at edinborohotelbar.com. The Edinboro Hotel Bar, where you had me at hotel.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this women's volleyball matchup against Lock Haven University. I'm joined by Kristen, who is making her debut here on a sports broadcast.
I sure am.
Both teams ready to go again. Your score is 21-19 here. Lock Haven in the lead in the third set. Edinboro currently has 2 sets under their belt. Sierra Jackson for Edinboro is up to serve now. Serve is going to be up and over onto Lock Haven side. Lock Haven's Lobaro getting a hand on it with a set and a hit right to Hannah Cantrell. Alicia Eldred with a set, and Megan Skrepchuk with a hit. Lock Haven sending it right back with a block. Edinboro again getting a hand on it. Megan Skrepchuk trying to tip it over. Lock Haven sending it back. Megan Skrepchuk breaking up a little bit of action in the center, setting it back to Lock Haven side. Sending Edinboro scrambling as they hit it back. Edinboro gets it back over to Lock Haven side, and Lock Haven gets it back over to Edinboro side and gets the point. 22-19 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. Paige Wolf of Lock Haven. Excuse me, their subs. Yeah, Paige Wolf of Lock Haven to serve now. When they sub out for volleyball, they have to make contact, and the judge has to see them before they can actually play. Serve is up and over. Breyer with a dig, Alicia Eldred with a set, and Paige Morris sending it over to Lock Haven side, getting Edinboro a point. 22-20 here in the third set. Again, I'll say Edinboro currently has 2 sets under their belt. Senior Megan Skrepchuk up to serve for Edinboro now. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven side. Lock Haven with a set and a strong hit sends it right back to Megan Skrepchuk, who's going to send it by force. Kind of send it bounced off her hand and went over the line on Lock Haven side, but it was out of bounds. 23-20 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven in the lead in this third set. Third Lobaro up to serve now. Right to Hannah Brentar. Alicia Eldridge sets it up. Paige Morris gives it a hit, but it's going to go into the net, and Lock Haven's going to be at match point now here. 24-20 at Macomb Fieldhouse in the third set. Their Lobaro, by their Lock Haven's Lobaro, Shea Whitman to serve now. Up and over, Molly Breyer getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldred, a tip from Hannah Cantrell sends Lock Haven scrambling, but they get it back and get control of it again. Send it back to Hannah Cantrell. Alicia Eldred getting a hand on it. Cantrell sending a strong hit to Edinboro's side. But it's going to be Lock Haven's point, and Lock Haven's going to take that set 25-20 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. So now currently Lock Haven has 1 set under their belt, and Edinboro has 2. Again, I'll say we play best of 5 here in collegiate volleyball. So they're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to take a 1-minute break with them here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio.
We are there, day one, with baby names and a gift that lasts a lifetime. We are there as you grow, protecting you and those you love. We are there when you get your first job, helping you to save for the future. We are there when you marry your sweetheart to help secure your new life together. We are there if the unexpected happens, to help you see life from a new perspective. We are there when you start your next chapter, to make sure you get off to a great start. And we are there when you lose your soulmate, to help make sure you will be all right. We are with you through life's journey. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. Get to know us and see what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
For those who have been told no, no chance, and not you. Those who never miss practice, even at 6 a.m. Those who break a sweat, break hearts, and break records. For those who work harder, smarter, faster, there's Edinboro University. For those who strive. Start now at edinboro.edu.
To learn everything, and as soon as I learn the girls' names, I will be right on out here with you, going at it with you.
So with 1 minute left before they get into gameplay, I'll mention one more time before we start off again. Big Athletics Weekend. Make sure you're staying updated with all the happenings on the Edinboro Now Twitter and the WFSC Twitter. Again, WFSC will be broadcasting this game tonight, tomorrow at noon. Football. Chris and Luke will be on the call. Immediately following at 4:30, the women's soccer team will be playing at Sox Harrison. Chase and Chris will be on the call for that one. And then bringing it back wrapping it all up, I should say, bring it home is this team once again tomorrow at 7 p.m. here at Macomb Fieldhouse. I will be on the call along with Chris. That's right, you heard Chris's name for all 3 of those games. He's going for, I think, some sort of record here at WFSC, calling 3 games in one day. So it should be a big day for him. Getting ready to go once again for this 4th set now. Looks like we're going to have Sally Sturkle, Sierra Jackson, Megan Skrepchuk, Molly Breyer, Hannah Cantrell, and Alicia Eldridge out on the court for Edinboro. Lock Haven's going to be to serve first, though. Number 12, Veronica Morrison. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro side. Breyer to Eldridge with a set to Jackson, giving it a strong hit onto Lock Haven side. Lock Haven ready for it. But there's going to be a whistle. And it's going to be Edinboro's point 1-0 here in this fourth set. Yes, I need to get my numbers correct here. 1-0 here in this 4th set. Hannah Cantrell of Edinboro to serve now. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven side. Lock Haven with a set and a strong hit, quick hit, sending it to Edinboro side. Alicia Eldridge running for it. Molly Breyer with a quick save, sending it over to Lock Haven side. But before anybody else could get up off the ground, Lock Haven tipped it over to Edinboro side and got the point, tying the game 1-1 here in this 4th set. Lock Haven to serve now. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro side. Skrepchuk getting a hand on it. Eldridge getting a hand on it. Skrepchuk sending it over to Lock Haven side. Lock Haven sending it back over to Edinboro side, and it's going to be their point. 2-1. Lock Haven in the lead in this 4th set. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro side. Megan Skrepchuk to Alicia Eldridge with a set. Sierra Jackson with a strong hit on to Lock Haven side. Lock Haven sending it back over to Edinboro side. Alicia Eldridge getting it back over to Lock Haven side. Edinboro got it over to Lock Haven side, excuse me. 2-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse now. Molly Breyer to serve for Edinboro now. Her serve is up and over onto Lock Haven side. Lock Haven slowing the ball down a little bit as they give it before they give it a strong hit and get the point. 3-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this 4th set. Lock Haven to serve now. It's going to be number 8, Brianna McDonald. Her serve is up and over. Megan Skrepchuk kind of landed on the floor for that one. Alicia Eldridge, and then Edinboro manages to get it back over to Lock Haven side, and a tip from Paige Morse sends it to the floor of Lock Haven. 3-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this 4th set. Sierra Jackson to serve once again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven side there. Labaro gets a hand on it, and a set and a tip. Sierra Jackson getting a hand on it, sending it to Paige Morris, who also gets a hand on it, and up for Lock Haven to send it back to them. A lot of action here in the middle. Lock Haven sending it to the back of Edinboro's box, where Hannah Cantrell got a hand on it, but couldn't make the connection back over the net. 4-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Lock Haven again to serve Brianna McDonald. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro side. Molly Breyer getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Megan Skrepchuk with a strong hit, but it's going to go out of the box, or excuse me, it is going to stay in the box. And it's going to be Edinboro's point. 4-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Megan Skrepchuk to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over on the Lock Haven side. Lock Haven with a strong hit back to Edinboro side. Breyer getting a hand on Eldridge to Cantrell. Lock Haven with a quick block there, sending it back to Edinboro and sending them scrambling to kind of hit the ball. And they could not get it back over the net. It's going to be Lock Haven's point 5-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the 4th set. Lock Haven's Paige Wolf to serve again for the team. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro's side. Hannah Rentar getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Hannah Cantrell sending it over to Lock Haven's side with a set and a hit from Lock Haven. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be 5-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the 4th set. Jessica Giannacaro to serve now for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven with a set and a hit, but Edinboro's going to block and send Lockhaven scrambling as it went off of their hands last. 6-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead for the fourth set. Jessica Giannacaro again to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven, they're going to call it double there. It's going to be Edinboro's point. 7-5, excuse me, here in the fourth set. Giannacaro again to serve. Her serve is up and over. Lockhaven with a set, and it's tipped right to Hannah Brentar. Brentar to Eldridge to Cantrell, who's going to give it a strong hit and hit the floor of the back of the box on Lockhaven's side. 8-5 here in the fourth set at McComb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro for Edinboro again to serve. As she gets ready for her serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven ready for it with a set, and it's tipped right to Hannah Cantrell, or excuse me, Hannah Brentar. Hannah Cantrell sends it over to Lockhaven's side and gets the point for Edinboro. It's going to be 9-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse in the fourth set. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout with them. But stay tuned for all your sports action here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio.
The Edinboro Sports Network is your source for live coverage of Fighting Scots athletics. Enjoy all of the action on 88.9 WFSE and EdinboroNow.com, with many home games also featured on ETV. Support for this game broadcast is provided in part by the Edinboro Hotel Bar, serving a variety of lunch and dinner items every day from their location at 100 Meadville Street in downtown Edinboro. Information is at 814-734-5103 or online at EdinboroHotelBar.com.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this women's volleyball matchup against Lockhaven University. I'm joined by Kristen, who is also here for her debut on a sports broadcast at this volleyball matchup. Score is currently 9-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. In the fourth set, Jessica Giannacaro up to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side, and we're back in action. Lockhaven onto Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge to Hannah Cantrell. Hannah Cantrell's going to give it a strong hit. It's going to go off of Lockhaven's hands and out of bounds. 10-5 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro again up to serve for Edinboro in this fourth set. Serve is up and over onto Lockhaven's side with a set, and a tip from Lockhaven sends Megan Skreptuk diving for it, but it is going to be Lockhaven's point. 10-6 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Serve is up and over. Alicia Eldridge with a set, and Sally Sturkle with a strong hit. Going to go out of bounds, though. 10-7 here at McComb Fieldhouse. In the fourth set, Lockhaven's Lombardo again to serve for the team. Serve is up and over. Megan Skreptuk getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Hannah Cantrell tipping it over. Lockhaven kind of scrambling to get it back to Edinboro's side. Hannah Brentar slowing it down. Alicia Eldridge again slowing it down. Sally Sturkle giving it a strong hit, sending Lockhaven scrambling once again. Alicia Eldridge with a set to Hannah Cantrell, who's going to send it over to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven trying to hit it over, but didn't quite make it over the net. Going to be Edinboro's point. 11-7 here in the fourth set. Alicia Eldridge, freshman, to serve now. Or I should say freshman Alicia Eldridge to serve now for Edinboro in this fourth set. Again, Edinboro has two sets under their belt, and Lockhaven has one. Eldridge's serve is up and short. It's going to be Lockhaven's point. 11-8 here at McComb Fieldhouse. A little bit of substitution for Lockhaven. Right now on the court for Edinboro, we've got Sally Sturkle, Sierra Jackson, Megan Skreptuk, Hannah Cantrell, Molly Breyer, and Alicia Eldridge. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro's side. Megan Skreptuk getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge as well. Lockhaven giving a strong block immediately. And again, as Edinboro tries to send it back over, Alicia Eldridge slowing it down, getting a strong set to Sierra Jackson, who's going to get it up and over to Lockhaven's side. Lockhaven sending it back to Edinboro's side. Alicia Eldridge getting a hand on it to Hannah Cantrell, who's going to send it back over to Lock Haven side. Lock Haven slowing it down a little bit, but sends it back over to Edinboro side. Cantrell getting it to Alicia Eldridge, to Sturkle, who's going to send it over. Lock Haven again, sending it back over. Molly Breyer diving for the ball, and it's going to go on the floor there. 11-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the fourth set. Edinboro still in the lead. Lock Haven up to serve now. Lock Haven serve is up and over right to Megan Skrepchuk. Alicia Eldridge with a set, and Sally Sturkle with a strong hit, but Lock Haven's going to block it immediately. Send it back to Edinboro side. Megan Skrepchuk getting a hand on it and sending it over. Lock Haven trying to send it over, but a strong block from Edinboro sends it immediately over. Lock Haven with a strong hit right through the blockers of Edinboro side. 11-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the fourth set. There's going to be a timeout here. We're going to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout with them here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio.
The Edinboro Sports Network is your source for live coverage of Fighting Scots athletics. Enjoy all of the action on 88.9 WFSE and EdinboroNow.com, with many home games also featured on ETV. Support for this game broadcast is provided in part by Bonnell's Auto Group, featuring collision services in Erie and Fairview, auto glass replacement and repair in Fairview, auto sales in Erie and Fairview, and full rod shop services and restoration in Fairview. Information on each service is on the web at bonnellsauto.com.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this women's volleyball matchup against Lock Haven University. Both teams ready to go after the timeout. 11-10 is your score in the fourth set. Edinboro has 2 sets under their belt. Lock Haven has 1 under their belt. Lock Haven is up to serve now. Serve is up and over on Edinboro side. Megan Skrepchuk getting a hand on Alicia Eldridge with a set. Sierra Jackson with a strong hit. It's going to go in between the net and a Lock Haven player, getting Edinboro the point. 12-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Hannah Cantrell to serve now for Edinboro. Cantrell serve is up and over onto Lock Haven side. Sends Lock Haven scrambling a little bit. Lock Haven gets it over the net. Alicia Eldridge with a set. Sierra Jackson with a strong hit. It's going to go off of Lock Haven's hands and be Edinboro's point. 13-10 here in the fourth set. Gonna be a little bit of substitution here as they bring in Abigail Horner for Edinboro. She is up to serve now. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven side. Lock Haven attempts to tip it over to Edinboro side, but didn't make it over to the net. 14-10 here in the fourth set. Abigail Horner again to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over onto Lock Haven side with a set and a hit from Lock Haven. It says Alicia Eldridge diving for it, but it is going to be Lock Haven's point. 14-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Lock Haven to serve now. Serve is up and over onto Edinboro side. Megan Skrepchuk to Alicia Eldridge to Sierra Jackson, sending it to the floor of Lock Haven side. 15-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse now. Molly Breyer to serve for Edinboro. Breyer's serve is up and short. I spoke too soon, excuse me. Serve is up and short. It's going to be Lock Haven's point. 15-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. A little bit of substitutions here. I'll read off the players on the court for Edinboro right now. Paige Morris, Alicia Eldridge, Sierra Jackson, Megan Skrepchuk, Abigail Horner, and Molly Breyer. Lock Haven with a serve up and over. Horner to Eldridge, getting a hand on it over to Lock Haven side. Lock Haven's going to end up with the point though. 15-13 here in the fourth set. Again, Edinboro has 2 sets under their belt, and Lock Haven has 1 under their belt. Lock Haven serve is up and over once again, right to Megan Skrepchuk, to Eldridge, to Skrepchuk again, to the floor of Lock Haven's side, getting Edinboro the point. 16-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson up to serve now. I'm messing myself up, and I want to say Sox Harrison, but we're not there. I did that all the other night at soccer. I kept calling it Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson's serve is short. It's going to be Lock Haven's point, 16-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Lock Haven to serve now. Lock Haven's serve is up and over. Abigail Horner getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge with a set, and Megan Skrepchuk with a tip sends Lock Haven diving. They do get the control of the ball though, and send it back over to Edinboro side. Edinboro sending them scrambling again on the Lock Haven side. They're going to send it. Lock Haven's going to send it back to Edinboro side, and at the very, very back of the box hits the ground. 16-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse now in this fourth set. Edinboro still in the lead. Lock Haven up to serve. Serve is up and over. Abigail Horner getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge sends it to Megan Skrepchuk. She's going to give it a strong hit, but Lock Haven's going to give it an even stronger block. 16-16 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Lock Haven to serve once again. Serve is up and over. Abigail Horner getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge to Megan Skrepchuk, who's going to get it over the net. A tip from Paige Morris gets Edinboro point, 17-16 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the fourth set. Edinboro in the lead. Megan Skrepchuk up to serve now. Serve is up and over. Onto Lock Haven side with a set and a hit. It goes right through Edinboro's players, and it's going to be Lock Haven's point. 17-17 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Lock Haven up to serve now. It's going to be Paige Wolf. Her serve's going to be up and over onto Edinboro's side. Hannah Brentar getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge with a set to Hannah Cantrell, who's going to tip it over. And Lock Haven's going to lose control of it a little bit there and scramble. It's going to hit the floor, though, and be Edinboro's point. 18-17 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Jessica Giannacaro coming in to serve now. Her serve is going to be up and over. It's going to go over the back of the line, though, on Lock Haven's side and tie up the game once again. 18-18 here in the fourth set. Lock Haven's Labaro to serve now. Up and over onto Edinboro's side. Hannah Brentar getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge and Hannah Cantrell sending it over to Lock Haven's side. Block from Edinboro. Sends it back to Lock Haven's side, but a tip from Sally Sturkle sends it to the floor of Lock Haven's side, getting Edinboro another point. 19-18 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Alicia Eldridge with the serve. Her serve is up and over on the Lock Haven side with a set and a hit from Lock Haven. It's going to kind of roll across the top of the net and land back on Lock Haven's side. It's going to be Edinboro's point, 20-18 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Alicia Eldridge once again to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over. Lock Haven with a set and a hit sends it back to Edinboro. Molly Breyer getting a hand on Alicia Eldridge as well. Edinboro sending it over to Lock Haven's side and on the ground. 21-18 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Alicia Eldridge to serve once again for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over. It's going to land right in the middle of Lock Haven's court. 22-18 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the fourth set. There's going to be a timeout there, I believe, called on by Lock Haven. We're going to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout with them here on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio.
So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots in action on the Edinboro Sports Network. On the radio at 88.9 WFSC and online at edinboronow.com. Video of many home games is also featured on ETV. This game broadcast is underwritten in part by John's Wildwood Pizzeria, open every day at 105 Erie Street in downtown Edinboro. For eat-in, delivery, or takeout, John's menu includes pizza, hoagies, calzones, wings, salads, and more. Information is at 814-734-7355 or on the web at johnswildwoodpizza.com.
Hello and welcome back. We're here at Macomb Fieldhouse for the women's volleyball matchup against Lock Haven University, coming back from a timeout in the fourth set. The score is 22-18. Alicia Eldridge for Edinboro is up to serve. Her serve is up and over. It's going to send Lock Haven scrambling and end up Edinboro's point. 23-18 now on the score in this fourth set. Edinboro currently has 2 sets under their belt. Lock Haven has 1 under their belt. Alicia Eldridge again to serve for Edinboro. Her serve is up and over. Lock Haven's Libero gets a hand on it, and they get it over to Edinboro's side. Once again, Alicia Eldridge is going to give it a tip over to the center of Lock Haven's court. And get a point for Edinboro. That's match point for Edinboro. 24-18 in this fourth set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Eldridge's serve is up and over. Lock Haven getting a set and a hit, sending it right to Eldridge. Breyer getting a hand on it. Hannah Cantrell sending it over to Lock Haven's side with a set and a hit from Lock Haven off of Molly Breyer's hands and out of bounds. 24-19 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in the fourth set. Lock Haven to serve now. Lock Haven serve is up and over right to Megan Skreptalk. Alicia Eldridge getting a hand on it. Kira Jackson with a strong hit. Lock Haven hitting it up in the air and then slowing it down for themselves, sending it back over to Edinboro's side. Molly Breyer getting a hand on it. Alicia Eldridge and Sally Sturkle getting a strong hit, sends Lock Haven running and gets the point. That's going to be the set, and that's going to be the match there. 25-19 as your final set score here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Once again, my name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this match, joined by Kristen, who made her debut here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Sports. And I believe, hopefully, she'll be back again.
I sure will.
You sure will. Awesome. You can catch her show on Friday at 6. Next Friday, I believe we might have another volleyball game, though. No, we do not. So you will catch her show next Friday at 6. But there are lots of sports happening this weekend. I'll run down once again. Tonight on WFSC, you just heard the women's volleyball matchup against Lock Haven. Tomorrow, the men's football team right here at Scots Harrison Stadium. Chris and Luke will be on the call for that one. At 4:30, immediately following the football game, the women's soccer team will be playing at Scots Harrison Stadium. And then at 7 o'clock, the women's volleyball team will be back in action here at Macomb Fieldhouse. So it's a big weekend for sports. Make sure you're staying tuned with us throughout the weekend. We'll keep you covered here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio. Also, thank you to Luke back in the booth and to ETV for the stream that they put out today. Thank you to everybody who put in the hard work for this match. And we'll, I guess, tune in tomorrow and we'll keep you updated with all your sports right here on 88.9 WFSC Fighting Scots Radio.
For those who think, those who create, those who have big ideas, like really, really big, some would call them crazy ideas. For those who have been told no, no chance, and not you. Those who never miss practice, even at 6 a.m. Those who break a sweat, break hearts, and break records. For those who work harder, smarter, faster, there's Edinboro University. For those who strive. Start now at edinboro.edu.